Welcome back to another edition of Let's Go Pin Trading by YouTube. And today we have a beautiful flower for you this time. And as Milan would say, the flower that blooms in adversity is the most rare and beautiful of them all. And here she is, Rita.
Hi everybody, thank you for joining us today. I'm going to talk about the Milan Dooney. I have the Tote, and this bag came out on June 24th, and it was a surprise release to everybody. Nobody knew anything about this bag coming out. And this bag is actually out for the 20th anniversary of Milan from the original release of the movie. And this bag, just to let you know, I was highly impressed when it came in, and when I seen this bag, the colors on this bag just pop with the purples and the blues and the greens and just her herself. It looks like they just took this actual bag out of a movie, like they just took the movie scene and just put it on top of the Dooney. And it is just wonderful. The colors, the popping of the colors and stuff. And this bag, just to let you know, reminds me of the bag that I did a few weeks ago, which is the Lady and the Tramp bag. And how the colors just pop on this bag and how it looks like they took it right out of the scene of the movie, the iconic kiss of Lady and the Tramp at Tony's restaurant. So we'll get started on this bag just to let you know what I think about this bag and everything. And just always remember, this is my personal opinion. This is not a Dooney critic or anything like that. This is my personal opinion of this particular bag. Like I said before, the colors on this bag just absolutely pop with the greens, the blues, the reds, the yellows, the purples in the tree, and the pink in the tree and everything. Just her herself with her lipstick and everything. It's just amazing how this looks. And also, while we're on the front of the bag, they also have the gold tone hardware, and this has the Dooney and Bourke logo on the bottom of the bag, and it says Dooney and Bourke 1975. Also on the bag, another thing they did in the gold tone hardware this time is the eyelets for the handles for the straps. They did those in gold tone, and I actually like how that just pops on the bag along with everything else in the colors. One of the other things on the front of the bag that they have this time, it has the leather tag. It says Milan 20th anniversary. And then on the back, it says Dream Big Princess. This is part of the Dream Big Princess collection, like the Cinderella, the Tiana, and the Belle collection that they did. We'll go to the back of the bag. And one thing I have to tell you about the back of the bag, it is different than the front of the bag. And that's one of the things I really like about this particular pan bag. The back of the bag, it's not a standard. This back of the bag is different. It has Milan, and then it has Mushu on it. It still has the colors and the popping of the colors and everything, but it is different than the front of the bag. And then we'll go to the bottom of the bag, just to show you. The bottom of the bag is also different. And this one has Cricket on it, or Cricket is what they call him in the movie. And it has the leaves and the tree branches and the greens and the blues, and how he just pops out of that blue being purple like that. And while we're on the bottom of the bag, don't forget the bottom of the tote here is 5.5 inches in diameter. And it also has the 4 gold tone feet hardware to help the bag stand up, so you're not putting the bag directly on the floor or on your desk or table or something like that. It actually has the hardware to help it stand up and everything. So on the inside of the bag here, and I did put some stuff in here so you can kind of see. I always tell you guys so you guys can see what I'm talking about. On the one side of the bag here, it does have the zipper pocket for like keeping your protective stuff like that. Then it also has the, the other large pocket where I always keep our business cards and stuff when we're out pin trading. And you can see how easy it is just to reach in and out of the bag here and pull pens and stuff out of your bag or your wallet or something like that. On the other side of the bag, it actually has, like where I always tell you, I put my sunglasses in the small pocket, and then in the large pocket, I have a large cell phone, and it just fits and slides right in there perfectly. Also on this bag, and on most large Dooneys, it has your keeper for your keys, so that way you know exactly where your keys are at all times. Another thing that I liked about this bag, besides the inside and the colors and the purples and how they pop, that dark magenta color, they have 2 leather straps here, or 2 leather pieces, and it has a magnetic closure, and it just snaps together, and it is magnetic, so it just pops back and forth inside and outside. One thing that I was a little unsure of on this bag until I actually took it to a park and used it was the straps. Now please note, this is just my personal opinion on this bag. I like how they have the bigger straps on the new bags and stuff like that. And this one, I really think that they failed, just my personal opinion, they failed on the straps because the straps are so small and narrow. I do like how it does have the purple, the magenta purple color in it on the black, how they're two-toning it and stuff. But when you wear this bag and you're at the park and stuff and you have stuff in it, let me put the pins back in there just so I can kind of show you a little bit more. But when you have this on your shoulder and you're in the parks and stuff like that, it's very hard and it rubs. Like it pulls right there on my shoulder and it rubs. And sometimes when I move or I'm doing something or walking, you know, the one strap falls and then it's like all the pressure and everything that I have in the bag is directly on the one strap that's really small. So if you are carrying this bag and stuff, I would recommend that you please just be careful of how much weight and stuff you have in the bag due to the straps being really small. Another thing with this bag, they did have two others that came out. Like I said, this is the Tote, the Milan Tote, and this one was $268. They also came out with a crossbody, and the crossbody was $228, and they came out with a wristlet wallet that actually folded over. It's different than the other wallets and stuff or wristlets that they've had in the past, and that one was $128. The dimensions and stuff on this bag, it is 11 inches tall by 17 inches wide, and like I showed you on the bottom of the bag, it is 5.5 inches in diameter. It is coated cotton. Screen printed art coated cotton, so I do want you to remember that. Also on the other two bags, the crossbody and the wristlet, those are different than just the standard Milan. They do have Milan and Mushu and the tree and everything on them. And those, I do want to recommend when you purchase bags like that, and they're not just one big print, that you do actually look at the bag and everything before you purchase them. Because with Dooney's, if I'm paying the price that I'm paying for a Dooney, I don't want any of my characters or anything like that cut off. I did recommend that and explain that to everybody a few weeks ago when I did my review and showed everybody my Winnie the Pooh. But you want to make sure that your characters are in the right place. Nothing's cut off. They're all where you want them to be and stuff like that. That is a big thing about Dooney, especially on when they have lots of characters and stuff on a bag. Another thing I just want to tell you is thank you for joining us tonight. If you have any questions or any concerns, you can always check us out on letsgopintrading.com. And actually, when you go to Let's Go Pin Trading, at the top of the page, if you click on Dooney's there, I do have all the Dooney's when they're released and stuff with release dates. If I know they're coming out ahead of time, I do post them. I do post them on our Facebook page, Let's Go Pin Trading. You can also follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And we also do live podcasts. And podcasts, you can always check us out on Podomatic. Or you can click on our website and check us out there. So the Dooney here, I love it. Love the colors and everything. I would recommend if you can find this bag. I know they're not on shopdisney.com and they're not on the Shop Disney app at this time. But I would recommend, looking for this bag. They are in stores only. Also, just want to let you know the next bag I'll be doing a review on is the Americana Dooney. And this one was released the end of June, 1st of July. And we'll be talking about this next. Thank you, and you guys have a wonderful night.